Hi, I'm Becky Ollison, and I'm a stylist with Park Lane Jewelry. And I was asked to share a little bit with you today about what made me decide to join Park Lane Jewelry. So I'll just take a little bit of time and do just that today. Apparently, someone has either invited you to take a look at this video. They either feel like you would be a good match, or maybe you've been trying to discover whether or not Park Lane is for you or not. So hopefully some things that I can tell you through my experience might help you with your own decision. So just to give you a brief introduction about myself, I am retired and on Social Security. My husband and I retired to Florida, Southwest Florida, about 8 years ago from the Midwest. Now, up in the Midwest, when we were raising 4 children, I stayed very, very busy working 8 to 5 jobs, sometimes part-time jobs on top of it. I did everything from I was an administrative assistant at a large hotel resort. I was a training manager. I was an executive secretary and did all of this while my husband was pastoring a small church in the Ozarks. And I worked right alongside him as well in the church. And we were raising 4 children. So working hard has always just been part of my life. I started working when I was a young teenager. Before I became 16, actually, I was working at our church camp. And then when I turned 16, I started scooping ice cream at Baskin Robbins. Our neighbor owned a Baskin Robbins store, actually owned 3 of them. So he couldn't wait for me to come to work for him. So I've been working all my life. And I've enjoyed working. I've enjoyed having a career. So when we made our move to Florida, it was kind of hard to not be working. Let me go back. I've jumped forward just a little bit too quickly because I wanted to touch on something that I did that made me know that I like to do sales. It was at my last job, and I had gotten an opportunity to work a part-time job, excuse me, at our local outlet mall. And so I took on this little part-time job and had no clue what I was in for, no clue what retail sales was really about. And I just knew that I enjoyed shopping, and it was going to be at one of my favorite stores. And so I thought, well, I'll get a discount, and that's good. And you make a little extra money. That's good. Okay, so I took this little part-time job, and I just fell in love with everything that had to do with the whole retail scheme. It was just a lot of fun talking to customers and helping them put things together, outfits together, so that they could feel good about themselves. I think that was what I would tell people the most about what I enjoyed about my job was I worked at a plus size women's clothing store. And I think helping a woman feel positive about herself is a very important job. I took it serious, and I had a lot of joy helping a woman that really didn't feel good in anything she put on, and then helping her find an outfit that was flattering. And when she left there that day, you could tell she had pep in her step and really felt more confident. So that that was always so much fun. And I think I bring that with me where I am today. I enjoy helping women feel more confident, uh, looking forward to putting together their outfits and what jewels they might put on for that day. And of course, when you're wearing Park Lane jewelry, you can pretty much expect to get compliments on your jewelry, which jewelry is one of the most complimented items that you will receive a compliment on is your jewelry. And it's a great way to start a conversation as well. So um, I feel like my past has prepared me for what I'm doing today. Because in the working world, when I was an executive secretary, an administrative assistant, training manager, I loved accessorizing. Whatever outfit I was wearing, I would make sure to accessorize it very well. And of course, as a pastor's wife, and I always had my accessories, and it's just been a part of who I am. So I did find after 18 years in the retail because I became a manager. I didn't finish that story. This is what happened. I loved my part-time sales job so much that when a assistant manager's position had come open 2 weeks after I started, 2 weeks, I put my name in and interviewed for it, and I got the job. And then I moved from there and I started managing stores. And I managed Polo Ralph Lauren, Casual Corner Woman, uh, J. Crew, Under Armour, and then there's some other ones that you may not recognize the names of as well. So, but anyway, I've put my time in, 18 years of that, and enjoyed it very, very much. So when we moved to Florida and retired, so to speak, I was not really ready to hang up my lanyard, so to speak. I kept watching and waiting, like, what could I do? By this time, age had caught up with me, and standing on cement floors all day long and lifting heavy boxes was just really not in my wheelhouse anymore. Physically, I could not really do those things like I used to. I could not keep up that pace, but I still really yearned to get out there and have that personal interaction with my customers and with my coworkers because it was something I really enjoyed. I liked that interaction. Um, every time I would check into a position, then I would get a phone call. Oh, can you come, Mom? Can you come babysit the grandkids? Well, then I realized, oh, I really want to be free to babysit my grandkids. And so I just hesitated to get too, nailed down with a job, with a part-time job even, because I wanted to be able to jump when my grandkids needed me, when my kids needed me to help them out. So I did not take a part-time sales job. I just made myself available to my kids. And then as my mother aged, I found myself helping her more and more. And I'm so, so glad I had the opportunity to do that for my mom and with my mom. We were always very, very close and the best of friends. And I want to pull her into this story because she is where my love of jewelry began. As a child, I found myself playing dress ups, and I would go to her jewelry box and pull out different things. And she didn't care. She really didn't have any fine jewelry. She had costume jewelry, and she was okay with me putting it on and dressing up. She knew I would take care of it. And she loved jewelry as well. And as the years went on, and I became a woman myself, uh, my husband and I loved to travel. If we were traveling, I typically found myself bringing jewelry back for my mother and for my daughters. My mother would do the same for me. So we just carried our love for jewelry all through our lives. And it was part of who we were together, my mom and I, because we did a lot of jewelry shopping together. So she really is a big, important part of my love for jewelry. And then I have to tell you that 11 months ago, I lost my mom almost to the day, 11 months ago today, almost. I lost my mom. And any of you that have lost a loved one close to you, a parent, a sibling, uh, you know how hard it can be to push through. And that's what I was going through when a good friend of mine invited me to her online Park Lane jewelry party. And I reflected somewhat when I got the invitation, knowing that through the last 8 years of my life, being retired and not working, I had not been wearing my jewelry like I used to, and had in fact started divvying it out. That sounds kind of dreadful and gruesome, but I knew I wasn't using it. And I just I didn't want it to go to waste. So I wanted to share it with my girls. I have 3 daughters and I have a daughter-in-law. And so I thought, you know what? They always complimented my jewelry, and I'll see if they want any of it. And so I had already started giving jewelry away. And not that I thought I was going to die or anything. I just wanted to share my jewelry with them. So here I was, had given away so much of my beloved jewelry, knowing I wasn't wearing much jewelry anymore. And that was a silly thing. Why wasn't I wearing my jewelry anymore? Now I ask that question. But anyway, I sighed deeply when I saw my invite to Michelle's online jewelry party, because I thought to myself, why would I go buy more jewelry only to turn around and give it to my girls? But I wanted to support Michelle, my good friend Michelle. So I went ahead and accepted her invitation, and I set my alarm. Yes, I really did set my alarm on my phone so I would not miss her live. Well, she wasn't a stylist yet at that point that I knew of. Someone else was doing her party actually. And so I watched the whole live. I placed my order, and I don't even think I waited a day or two. I was real quick to hurry up and place a second order. I was that person. And then a third order. I mean, I wondered to myself really about that third order, like, Becky, what what's happening to you? What are you doing? Why are you placing a third order? Are you losing it? You know? And I just realized I am loving this jewelry. By the time I had received my first order in the mail and saw the quality of the pieces, I really was impressed. And I found myself, here I was mourning the loss of my mother, but found this jewelry, and I realized my mother would be loving this jewelry. She would be right here alongside me, enjoying it every bit as I was. And as I thought more about the opportunity of possibly being a stylist with Park Lane Jewelry, I was putting things together, as possibly you are, and realized that I could be buying all the jewelry that I liked and earning 30% back. That's the introductory percentage for a stylist to get paid. I could be getting 30% off my jewelry. What did I have to lose? Well, I looked a little bit deeper, and as I kept thinking about that and realizing that, when I bought my kit, it was going to be, I could invest as little as $99 and I would get up to $500 worth of jewelry. Sometimes they throw in an impression bracelet on top or on uh, some other incentive. Uh, and anyway, so you're at least going to get your $500, if not something in addition to that, for $99. I mean, again, I asked myself, what did I have to lose? I'm probably going to spend that $99 on Park Lane jewelry anyway. Why not? Why not do this? And then I thought, well, you know what? This really might work for me because I'll set my own hours. I don't have anyone telling me I have to show up every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. and punch a time clock. If I need to go up north to be with my grandkids, I can do such a thing. I don't have to worry about asking off to go on a trip with my husband or whatever the case may be. So the more I thought about it, I just kept saying, what do I have to lose? I was convincing myself pretty easily, this is what's for me. And it became apparent. I realized, you know what? I'm getting that retail connection. I'm going to have that opportunity to help women feel better about themselves, putting on some sparkle. I mean, you're just automatically gonna be feeling better about yourself when you get up and you put it on, and you walk out of the house and you just feel elevated when you put on some sparkle or whatever. Maybe you're not into sparkle. Maybe you're just into gold jewelry, silver jewelry, whatever it is. We've got it. We've got all kinds of jewelry. No matter what your like or dislike is, we have something for everyone here. But I realized that jewelry being the most complimented thing that there is, that does a lot for a woman's confidence. To get a compliment from the person in the grocery checkout. Oh, I love your necklace. It's like, oh, why, thank you. How good does that feel? And it does. It happens quite often when you're wearing your Park Lane jewelry. So why wouldn't you want to be part of that to help somebody feel better about themselves? So as I looked at it that a little bit closer and what the compensation plan was, yes, you start out at 30%, but it did not seem very hard to move up to 35% and be a branch manager. And I will tell you, I have been doing this only 7 months. I am now an area manager and make 40%. 40%, yes, I do after 7 months. And it's not like I plug this full time. I do this part time and I travel. In fact, I just got back from a 10-day trip to Portugal with my husband, my oldest daughter, and another couple. We spent 10 days strolling the streets of Portugal, and I would do lives to my VIP group back home, showing them what jewels I was wearing while I was in a castle in Portugal. And I would show them some of the castle and some of the things going on there. Oh, we had so much fun. My VIP group was enjoying it so much. And at the same time, I was letting them know what the specials were, what any changes in the promotions were. We had some new style drops come in, and people didn't want to miss out on those. Um, I came home after a 10-day trip to Portugal, had a fabulous trip, and I got a paycheck that next Friday for $375. I mean it, guys. You can take your job anywhere when you work for Park Lane. They make it so easy. I'm not even kidding you. We share the promo photos, um we share whatever you need to share with your VIP group. You've got it. You've got oh, they have the oh, what do they call it? They have all your parties planned out for you, where you really don't even have to come up with your images to share, the words to say. They give you all the words to say, even. It's like, what do you have to lose, people? I mean, I just realized I didn't have a thing to lose. I only had things to gain. I I have gained, I'm wearing jewelry again, making me feel better about myself. I'm taking more pride in getting up every morning and trying to look nice, because I want to get on and do a live for all my people and tell them what the new specials is, and trying to get some parties set up and get my day going, my week going, my month going. And I'll tell you what, it has really helped my self-esteem. Not that I needed a whole lot of help, but it's just a boost. It is a real boost, and I am loving it. I am reconnecting with people that I went to high school with. They're now on my VIP group. They're having parties for me. I just went to a class reunion this year, and probably 4 of the women at the class reunion were wearing their Park Lane, and we couldn't wait to show each other what we were wearing that day, and talking to the other classmates about Park Lane too. Oh, it's been a lot of fun. I have found my joy in jewelry again. It has reconnected me with people. It has reconnected me with a love that I've had for many, many years. Ties me back to my mother's jewelry box, where I would spend hours playing dress ups. And it's just, it's just, it just feels like home. Like this is where I'm supposed to be. And I can tell you, the other people that I work with, I can call them, I can text them for anything I'm questioning or needing, and they're so happy to share. It's not like I have heard some companies are, where nobody wants to share anything, where they don't want you to pass them up, or they don't want you to succeed. That's not the way it is here with Park Lane. I have not found that to be the case at all. Everybody here is like, yes, girl, come here. Let me send you this. Let me send you this video. Let me do this. Let me show you this. I mean, they really have gone out of their way to help me. And it's been a great learning experience for me. Um, I have I learned it all? No, by no means have I learned it all. But hey, I've climbed the ladder to being an area manager. And you know what else? You cannot lose your position or your percentage. You don't have to re-earn it every month like in so many direct sales companies. I have heard that so many of them have to rework every single month to get that. Like I achieved my position of area manager in 40% the end of November. I don't have to do all of those jumping through hoops again in December to keep my 40%. It's there to stay. It won't leave. It didn't leave because I went to Portugal for 10 days and had a great vacation. It's still there. It's still there. And I'm still an area manager, and I will be. Nothing's going to take me backwards. So, what do you have to lose? I hope you understand. I am so sincere with this. I mean it with all my heart. What do you have to lose? Jump on the bandwagon. Whoever it is that suggested that you watch this video, just talk to them about this. What do I have to do now? Send me what I need. Send me the link so I can get signed up and send my $99. I'm excited to choose my $500 worth of jewelry. And believe it or not, you know what else? They make the goals so easy to achieve. Every month I get at least I usually get at least $550 worth of free jewelry more to add to my collection. That's free. Yes, free. I do have to pay tax on that. Uncle Sam makes sure of that. But big deal. So yeah, it keeps getting better. They offer a free bracelet. You get to this point, you sell $1,000. Your first 2 weeks, you get this bracelet. Every month, it's something new and fun and exciting, and it is fun and exciting. You never know when you're going to wake up to a new steal of the day for $15. You could get this great necklace that has been valued at $150, but only for $15. That's why they call it the steal of the day. Yeah, no, it's always fun. Park Lane is so fun. It doesn't get old, doesn't get stale. They just continually surprise you. They do. They continually surprise you. You can earn trips. I love to travel, and they're always coming up with a trip. I think you can earn up to 2 trips a year. So, hey, there's more. There's a Mercedes program. I mean, I have a lot to learn. I don't know all about it, but hey, it's exciting. It is really exciting. It's a lot of fun, and it's definitely brought joy to my life. And I would love if you would join us too. I think you could have a lot of fun. And I think that you could be very successful with this. The jewelry sells itself. It is so beautiful. People love it. It's so fun to shop the sale, and kind of a fun little challenge to see just how much you can save. And I mean, there's just so many aspects to Park Lane Jewelry that make it the best direct sales opportunity that I know of. I would love to have you join us. I think you'd be happy. What do you have to lose? What do you have to lose? Hope to see you soon.